Hello everyone, welcome to From the Heart. I'm Joshua.
And I'm Mary.
And we're excited to bring to you all that's new and good when it comes to the arts in Central Florida.
Today we are talking with Craig Uppercue, Artistic Director of the Athens Theater in DeLand. We look forward to now learning about Craig's passionate and creative journey up to now. Welcome, Craig.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. We're so glad that you're here. So tell us about yourself as a child. Where did you grow up and how did you first get into the arts?
Wonderful. Well, I was born one cold and misty morning. No, I'm just kidding. I was born one very hot morning in August of, and I was born in Tampa, Florida, actually. Okay. My parents had settled there in 79-ish, and so I was born in Tampa. And born and raised in the school district of Hillsborough County. Yeah. And, growing up, I did theater with a community theater, which turned into a professional theater later on called Class Act. And at that time, they were very closely related with what is now called the Straz Center in Tampa. It used to be called the Tampa Bay Performing Arts Center. So growing up, both my parents were actually both involved in theater. My mom did an off-Broadway tour of Kiss Me Kate. My dad was in Oliver, that type thing. And so both my parents were involved in the arts, involved in music, involved in church music. And so I had no choice. It was, a born thing that I was involved in. So grew up doing that. And then fast forward into my collegiate years is kind of what brought me to DeLand originally. I did my undergraduate degree at Stetson University. And I majored in music education as well as percussion performance. So I had the drive for teaching and playing and performing and that type thing. So I taught for a couple of years. And during all this time, from about the year 2003 to actually current, I had been touring with an off-Broadway show called The Rock and the Rabbi as a percussionist and performer. And so I actually still do that today. I just got back from North Carolina yesterday.
The Rock and the Rabbi, and you were both a percussionist and a performer in the production?
Yes.
Yeah, sounds really interesting.
So that took me to New York and led to a couple more auditions. I worked for The Lion King as a percussionist in New York for about a year. Wow. And, and then I ended up back in this area teaching at Stetson University as a professor of percussion. I also teach for the school district of Volusia County as a music educator. And then along came the Athens Theater a few years later. And there was a big passion. I was doing a children's musical at that time. And kind of the parents of the theater that started the organization back in the 80s approached me about, let's see where this might go, and would you be interested to partner with us and be involved with the Athens Theater?
I'm curious to ask you where your beginnings for your leaning towards percussion began. How did that start, and how did your parents encourage that?
Yeah, well, my dad's a music educator. And so every school that Dad taught at, I actually got to go to school with him, which is a cool kind of perk of being the music teacher's son. And so I've always had a passion for being involved in the arts and music. And in 7th grade, I got to kind of pick the instrument that I wanted to learn. And at that time, it was percussion. And I had already been playing piano and violin. So for a few years there, I was taking piano, violin, and percussion lessons.
Now you say percussion, some people will think just drums, but that includes timpani and triangle and
tambourine and xylophone and glockenspiel and all the above.
What's your favorite?
That's a great question. Probably timpani.
Yeah,
I think it's where it's the loud, it makes the most noise. You're noticed.
Powerful.
Yeah, you're the only member of your section. Yeah. And so, I do have a passion for that. I love playing percussion. I feel like it's a gift of mine, and I get to play regularly with various symphonies and orchestras throughout the Southeast as an extra player. And so I get called regularly to play with the Orlando Philharmonic and the Brevard Symphony Orchestra and Jacksonville Symphony and Florida Orchestra in Tampa.
That's great. So you come into this conversation with so many different viewpoints because you're a performer, you're an educator, and now you're a leader leading the Athens Theater.
Right.
I'm curious, when you went into college and you were a percussion major, and Stetson has an incredible music education program, Did you think that one day you would be leading the theater? Was that a part of your dream? Did you think you were going to be an educator? Did you dream to be a performer the rest of your life? I mean, what was your dream when you started that education?
I think my dream when I started the education degree and performance degree was to teach and play. And you know, I think we're all on a journey, and our journeys lead different ways. And so now not only do I get to teach play, but I also get to do what I did previously, you know, from elementary all the way through high school, was to be involved in the theater as well, and to be an actor slash musician.
Continuing your parents' legacy.
That's exactly right.
Now, having performers as parents, I imagine it was easier than most parents to encourage your artistic endeavors. What would you suggest to parents when they notice that their child has a talent? How can they encourage them and build that? A lot of parents are afraid of that.
They are. You know, I am a parent myself. I have a lovely little girl who's 6.5, and I just love to see her shine, as all parents do. We love to see our children be creative, and I think that's the most important thing, is to expose your kids as much as possible to all things creative, not just theater or music, but to all the arts and all the performing arts.
I think people's fear is that they know the tough life it could be. However, you never know. Someone might be an incredible pianist, but then they later find it leads them to what they're really meant to do, but they always love piano. So how can you give maybe some encouragement to the parents that go ahead and encourage that, go towards that? It doesn't mean that's their life, and it might be.
And it might be, and you're absolutely right. You know, you have to follow your passion, because without passion, you know, what is life without passion? You have to be passionate about what you're doing. Otherwise, you're stuck in a cubicle and grumpy all day. And you can't do a job that you're grumpy at, that just you don't have any forward movement. You don't have any passion in your work. And you must. You know, you have to be happy where you're working, and you have to be excited about what you're doing. And, you know, as a parent, if we go back to the question of how do I get my child involved and how do I get her to be excited about it, I think that your passion translates to your children. If you're excited about something, they're going to be excited about something. And let them eventually get to their own, you know, cognizant abilities of what they would like to do.
Right.
Thank you for saying that. Not just wise words on art, but raising children to be creative. I love that. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
My pleasure.
We wish we had more time, but unfortunately we're going to stop here. However, we will be back shortly for more conversation about the future of the Athens Theater, in addition to Craig's theatrical future. From the Heart.